An evening in one of Yerevan's luxurious restaurants, like the one at the Marriott Hotel, is an unforgettable experience. In all of them, you can taste the most exquisite delicacies and enjoy warm, friendly service. Two qualities that best define the pleasant Armenian character. Staying in Yerevan is also a wise choice, as the modern international airport of Zvartnots is just 10 miles from the center. In the southeastern part of the country, 2,300 square kilometers of undulating mountaintops and meadows shape the vast territory of the Vayot Dzor province. These lands have been of great significance since long before the days of Marco Polo, a time when the Silk Road commercially linked Asia with Europe. In those distant days of medieval Armenia, crossing these mountains was an achievement which earned the merchants coming from China a well-deserved rest. The caravanserais were created for this purpose. Inns as famous as this one in the Selim Pass, built in 1332 by Prince Orbelian. In Siuník, the southernmost province of the Republic of Armenia, more than 200 mysterious stones emerge from the ground. This is the astronomical observatory of Karahunj, a part of the oldest temple. It is considerably older than the pyramids of Egypt. The road to Noravánk is narrow, but once we have navigated these bends and gorges, it all becomes worth it. You simply need to look up and admire the beauty that unfolds before your very eyes. There in the distance is a monastery which almost touches the sky. The Atzva Tzatzin, or St. Mary's Church, built with huge attention to detail. It conveys an overwhelming spirituality. Next to it, there is another church, St. Karapet or St. Hovhannes the Baptist Church. Its main window is crowned by a figure of God the Father, blessing a crucifix and holding Adam's head in his left hand. Jermúk comes from an Armenian word which means hot, an appropriate name for a city with many thermal spring resorts, hotels and sanatoriums, where all ailments disappear. It is a miraculous Eden, thanks to the healing properties of its springs, channeled through pipes that deliver water at different temperatures. And this is the secret. Piping hot waterfalls that have flowed through the cliffs of Jermúk since time immemorial. The Siuník province takes up 15% of the country's territory. It is a mountainous area almost lacking in vegetation and characterized by plains of volcanic appearance. Highly significant is the Ish Khanasar mountain region. The border it shares with the Nakhichevan Autonomous Republic is marked by the Zangezur Mountains, a mountain range whose highest point is Mount Kapurju, almost 4,000 meters high. Other mountain peaks like Nahapet or Yerenjak contribute to create a massif which stretches for 130 kilometers. To see prehistoric petroglyphs, we must climb to the top of Uhtasar mountain. It is truly an outdoor exhibition of the traces left by the early Armenian settlers. More than 2,000 rocks, decorated with animal and human figures, have been scattered around the ground for 7,000 years. Petroglyphs can also be widely found on other highlands of the country, such as the Gerama and Vartanis ranges, and on the slopes of Aragat. The Tatev monastery has a truly privileged location. It is on the edge of a deep river gorge, and the defensive wall that surrounds it is a testament to its historical significance, as in the 9th century it was the political center of the Siuník principality. The dome of the Church of St. Paul and St. Peter, with its pointed 32-fold roof, immediately catches the eye, as do the narrow windows and a peculiar structure attached to a side entrance. St. Gregory's Chapel and the Gabazans Hashkar complete the perimeter of a celestial temple. Tatev was an impregnable stronghold thanks to its surroundings. The mountains on its 4 sides, the deep gorges and the canyons of Devil's Bridge have strengthened its peaceful isolation. The small town of Góris enjoys an enviable tranquility. The House Museum of the famous writer Axel Bakuntz, a very popular hotel, and healthy mulberry vodka are reasons enough to visit this town. However, the most striking aspect of Góris are the ancient dwellings where its inhabitants used to live. Carved into the rocks, they appear to have sheltered pilgrims and travelers. Shikahoch was the second natural environment in Armenia to be designated state preserve. This took place in 1958, and since then, this gorgeous expanse of forest with its unique 1,000-year-old hornbeam and oak trees has been a protected area of 10,000 hectares of woodland. Shikahoch is also the habitat of 1,100 species of plants, 70 of which are included in the Red Book of Armenia, a register that keeps track of national biodiversity. Armenia is, as we can see, a country of contrasts. Next to expanses of greenery, we come across some of the most beautiful lunar landscapes in the world. Megri has a significantly milder climate than the rest of Armenia. And this is of huge benefit to its well-established canning industry. The pomegranate is the special fruit of these warm lands. In the nearby village of Agarak, 9 miles southwest of Megri, is the border crossing point between Iran and Armenia, which explains the constant flow of commercial vehicles. Stepanakert is the capital of Nagorno-Karabakh, historically the Artsakh province of Armenia, and Gandzasar is equally important because for centuries its monastery was the residence of the Catholicos of the eastern part of Armenia. This noble land reflects the cultural and historical heritage of Armenia and is a tourist destination of exceptional interest. Gandzasar means treasure mountain in Armenian, and its monastery really is a jewel, not only because of its prominent decorative elements, but because this place is regarded as a universal masterpiece in architecture. Today, this beacon of the Armenian apostolic faith is still active. It is home to the Archbishop of Artsakh and preserves the dazzling religious intensity of monastic life. There are very few buildings on the earth where one can sense so much peace and so much faith. God is always present here. Leaving Gandzasar means leaving behind one of the most remarkable architectural monuments in the world. The hustle and bustle of Yerevan bursts in on us again. North Avenue, Abovian and Mashstot Street, the illustrious university, the museums and the theatres. Every inch of Yerevan is worthy of admiration. The world's most prestigious brands and stores are all here, so anyone can enjoy a pleasant few hours shopping should they choose. Visitors are welcomed everywhere with open arms, at concerts and shows, in bars and restaurants, and at festivals such as the famous Kernats Festival. Celestial relics, endless horizons, miracles of nature, historical cathedrals, mythological temples, sacred mountains, prehistoric enigmas, art, faith and devotion, impenetrable depths, thousand-year-old traditions, extraordinary discoveries, giant mountains covered in snow. This is Armenia, north to south, east to west. Anything you can imagine is here within its territory, and all your dreams can come true in this small kingdom of wonders, a country protected by divine light.